Hello friends! Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel before we get started. Today, we're diving deep into the history of the mound builders, an intriguing part of Native American culture. We'll explore which tribes were responsible for these majestic structures, uncover the mystery of the Mississippi and Missouri mounds, and delve into the question, did the Cherokee build mounds? So sit back, relax, and join us on this fascinating journey into the past. The mound builder's story begins in the distant past, around 5,000 years before Christ. It's a tale that takes us back to what archaeologists refer to as the Archaic period. This was a time when early Native American cultures were beginning to flourish, and the first steps towards mound building were being taken. The mound builders were not a single tribe or culture, but a collection of societies that shared a common practice, the construction of earth mounds. These varied in size and function, some serving as burial sites, others as ceremonial centers, and some even as platforms for important structures. This activity was not confined to a single region, but spread across what is now the eastern and central United States. The earliest mound-building cultures, like the Watson Break, emerged in the lower Mississippi Valley. Their mounds, dating back to around 3,500 BC, are considered among the oldest man-made earthen constructions in North America. These early mound builders laid the groundwork for an architectural tradition that would evolve and spread over the next few millennia. As we move forward in time to around 1000 BC, we encounter the Adena culture, known for their conical burial mounds. Hailing from the Ohio River Valley, the Adena were among the first to incorporate stone and log tombs within their mounds, a practice that would be carried forward by subsequent cultures. The Hopewell culture followed the Adena, peaking around the first 2 centuries AD. The Hopewell are renowned for their elaborate earthworks, some of which were shaped like animals and geometric figures. These mounds were often part of larger ceremonial landscapes, reflecting a complex understanding of geometry and astronomy. Thus, the foundations of this unique tradition were laid, which would continue to evolve over the centuries. From the humble beginnings of the Archaic period mound builders, a rich and diverse architectural tradition took root, leaving an indelible mark on the landscape and the cultural history of North America. From humble beginnings, the mound builders rose to create complex societies. Let's delve into the peak of their civilization, a time when the mound builders truly flourished. This era spanned across the Woodland and Mississippian periods, where intricate societies were woven into the fabric of the landscape. The Hopewell culture, named after a farm in Ohio where their artifacts were first discovered, was one of the key tribes during the Woodland period. They were truly remarkable, displaying a deep understanding of astronomy and geometry. Their mounds, often in the shape of animals or geometric figures, spread across the Ohio and Mississippi River valleys. These were not just piles of earth, these were sophisticated structures. Some were used for burials, others were likely ceremonial centers. But all of them showcased the Hopewell's ingenuity and their deep connection with the land and the cosmos. Then, as we transition into the Mississippian period, we encounter the Cahokia, a tribe that took mound building to new heights. Near modern-day St. Louis, they constructed Monk's Mound, a colossal structure that still stands as the largest prehistoric earthwork in the Americas. This vast city, teeming with tens of thousands of inhabitants, was the heart of a trade network that extended across the continent. Cahokia was not just a city, it was a testament to the ingenuity of the mound builders. The city was meticulously planned, with plazas, residential areas, and an impressive wood henge used for tracking celestial events. These civilizations were not isolated but part of a broader culture that spanned the continent, sharing ideas, technologies, and beliefs. From the Gulf Coast to the Great Lakes, the mound builders transformed the landscape, leaving a legacy that still resonates today. These were the golden days of the mound builders, a time of unrivaled growth and development. These societies were complex, sophisticated, and deeply connected to the land and sky. They remind us of the incredible diversity and dynamism of Native American cultures and their enduring impact on the history and landscape of North America. The legacy of the mound builders can be seen across North America. These ancient civilizations left their mark in the form of earthworks and mounds, unique structures that continue to intrigue us today. Let's journey to Mississippi, a region rich in mound history. Here, the mound builders sculpted the landscape into flat-topped pyramids and ceremonial platforms. These mounds, like the ones at Winterville and Emerald, were often the centerpieces of vibrant communities. They served as ceremonial and political venues, places where people gathered to celebrate, mourn, and make key decisions. Moving northwards, we find ourselves in Missouri. Here, the mounds take on a different form. The mound builders of this region preferred conical mounds, often used for burial purposes. Cahokia, one of the most significant mound sites in North America, is found here. Its largest mound, Monk's Mound, is a testament to the architectural skill and community effort of these ancient people. Now let's shift our gaze to the southeast. In this region, the mound builders, including tribes like the Cherokee, constructed a variety of mounds. Some were used for burial, while others served as platforms for important buildings or as ceremonial centers. The Etowah Indian mounds in Georgia are a prime example of this diversity, featuring both burial mounds and a large ceremonial mound. The purpose behind these mounds varied, from marking burial sites to serving as platforms for significant structures. Yet they all share a common thread. Each mound represents an incredible feat of engineering, a testament to the skill and determination of the mound builders. These mounds were not merely piles of dirt but carefully planned and executed structures, often requiring the coordinated effort of entire communities. Even today, these mounds stand as a testament to the architectural prowess of these ancient civilizations. They remind us of a time when these lands were shaped by the hands of the mound builders, a time when earth and sky met in the form of these majestic structures. As we explore the mounds across North America, we are walking in the footsteps of those who came before us, tracing a history written in earth and stone. So, did the Cherokee build mounds? The answer might surprise you. Delving into the Cherokees' relationship with the mound-building tradition, we find intriguing connections. As one of the most advanced native civilizations of North America, the Cherokee were not only warriors, traders, and farmers, but also builders. They carried on the legacy of the ancient mound builders, integrating this practice into their own culture. The mounds they built were not just random piles of earth. They served as ceremonial and social centers, sites for rituals and gatherings, and platforms for important structures like council houses. Each mound tells a story of a people deeply connected to their land and their community. So while the Cherokee may not have initiated the mound-building tradition, they certainly contributed to its legacy. By constructing these remarkable structures, the Cherokee demonstrated their respect for the customs of their ancestors and their commitment to cultural continuity. The Cherokee, like many other tribes, were indeed part of this rich mound-building heritage. But all good things must come to an end, and so it was with the mound builders. As we journey through the twilight of this remarkable civilization, we must grapple with the reasons behind their decline, a decline that was as profound as it was tragic. The mound builders' decline was not a single event, but a complex weave of circumstances that gradually eroded their way of life. One significant factor was the arrival of European explorers and colonizers. As these newcomers made their way across the continent, they brought with them a wave of change that the mound builders could not withstand. The Europeans' advanced technology and weaponry, coupled with their insatiable desire for land and resources, put the mound builders at a severe disadvantage. Their societies, which had thrived for centuries, were suddenly under threat. But the Europeans brought more than just physical threats. They also brought diseases, deadly and unknown to the Native American populations. Smallpox, influenza, measles. These were just some of the illnesses that swept through the mound builders' communities, decimating their numbers. The mound builders, with no immunity to these diseases, were left vulnerable and weakened. With their populations dwindling and their lands being encroached upon, the mound builders found their society disintegrating. Their grand mounds, once symbols of their cultural prowess, became poignant reminders of a fading civilization. Yet in the face of all these challenges, the mound builders did not simply disappear. Many were absorbed into other Native American tribes, carrying with them their rich cultural practices and knowledge. Their legacy lived on, even as their mounds were slowly reclaimed by nature. The mound builders may have faded into history, but their mounds remain, reminding us of their past glory. These earthworks, scattered across North America, stand as a testament to a people who shaped their environment in ways that still awe and inspire us today. They remind us that the mound builders, though no longer present, continue to be a part of the rich tapestry of our shared history. Their story, etched into the very landscape, is one that we must continue to tell and retell, lest we forget the lessons it holds. And that, dear friends, is the story of the mound builders. From their origins to their zenith, we've explored their impressive mounds scattered across North America. We've delved into the question of the Cherokee involvement and traced the decline of this fascinating culture. The echoes of these ancient mound builders are etched into the very fabric of the land. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Here's wishing you an awesome weekend and an amazing year. Until next time, stay curious.